poppin' all stars? Welcome back to my channel. It's DAMNSHEJAMAICAN, your biggest and brightest shining star. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about my favorite zodiac sign, Cancer. Now this is my favorite zodiac sign because my moon sign is in Cancer, so I'm very familiar with Cancerian traits. But before we start the video, I just want to give a disclaimer that no two Cancers are the same, and what's going to differentiate all these different Cancerians from each other is the fact that everyone has different signs in different planets. So right now I'm just specifically talking about the sun being in Cancer. Alright, so Cancers are born from June 21st to July 22nd. And Cancers are a cardinal water sign. So by Cancers being a water sign, that just basically means that they deal with the emotions and the feelings, okay? So Cancerian people are people that are very in tune with their emotions and other people's emotions. So the archetype of Cancer, like I said, is a water sign. Now you will notice that Cancerians are depicted as the crab. So what that basically means, when you look at a crab, you see that crabs have a very hard shell, but on the inside it's very soft. So when you're dealing with a Cancer, just keep that in mind. That's exactly how they are. So when you're dealing with a Cancer or you're trying to date a Cancer, basically they're gonna appear to be someone that is emotionally secure and they have their emotions intact, and they just seem very strong, right? They're not gonna just spew all their emotions onto you. So they just seem like they have everything together, but on the inside these people are very emotional, and they have a very hard exterior because they don't want to give anybody the opportunity to allow them to feel vulnerable. So these people will appear to be very hard and they have a very hard exterior, but on the inside these people are very nurturing. These people are very kind. So Cancers are the fourth sign in the zodiac, and the fourth house rules Cancer. And the moon also rules Cancer. So for me, my moon sign is in Cancer, so my moon is at home. So basically what that means is Cancer is a very feminine and motherly, nurturing sign. So these people are very good at catering to other people's emotions, and they are people that you can basically sit down to and they will listen to you and they will give you advice. These people know how to emotionally comfort you. And they also, whenever you go to a Cancer's house, they'll make it so homely. Like if you go to a Cancer's house or someone has their moon in Cancer, their house will just kind of seem like yours because they'll just make it like that kind of environment. You'll feel very at home with them. And this is also how Cancers are. They like to be at home and they value everything that deals with the home. So this goes for relationships, family, having good food, you know, just having security. So that's one thing with Cancers, is depicted as someone that loves security. They love to feel secure. You know, when you're dealing with a Cancer, just remember that they love to feel secure with their emotions and the relationships that they have with other people. So if you're trying to date a Cancer, just know that it's not going to be easy to get them to open up to you. You have to kind of prove yourself to them as to why they should take you seriously. So if you're trying to get with a Cancer, don't expect them to make the first move. You have to take it up on yourself to make the first move. But you don't want to also come on too strong and overbearing. You want to make sure that you let them know that you're interested, but don't come on too strong. Still give them room to still make them feel like they're in control of the situation. With Cancer being a water sign and its modality being cardinal, which basically means that they know how to initiate and create feelings, new feelings and emotions. These people are very great artists. Like, these people know how to connect with the emotional realm. You know, this is their security. This is what they rule over, is the emotion. So a lot of people say that these people are moody, and that's just because they are ruled by the moon, and the moon switches signs every 2.5 days, and the moon changes phases frequently. So the moon is always changing, so their moods are always changing. So one minute a Cancer might feel this way, and then the next minute they may feel this way, and it's just because of the moon. So that's one thing to take into consideration. So these people, like I said, they love everything that deals with the home. So they love to have good food, they love to have really harmonious relationships, and they just really like to connect with people. These people also do not like to get into altercations with people. They will know how to stop a situation before it even manifests. So these people, if they see someone coming at them, if they see someone approaching them and they can just sense, like these people can like really sense emotions before it touches the surface. Like they'll know if you're like crazy. Like they'll just know how to deal with you, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll know, all right, so this person's finna come approach me, they kind of seem a little bit off, so I'm gonna act this kind of way so that the situation don't turn like this, you know. This is how they think, because they understand emotions and they understand the inner workings of human beings. So that's one thing to really understand about Cancers. But these people are the most nicest people in the zodiac sign. Like these people are the mothers of the zodiac, no matter if they're a woman or a man. Like if you meet a Cancerian guy, he will express a lot of feminine traits. Like he'll be much softer, much more smooth, you know. These are the kind of guys that are not so macho. Like they're more the guys that will talk to you about their feelings, and they'll cry with you, you know. Cancerians are criers. They're not afraid. They're a water sign, and what is tears? You know, that's water, that's fluids. So they're not afraid to really express themselves with tears and to really get emotional. So if you're dating a Cancer, and it's funny because I know Cancerians very well, like I said, my moon's in Cancer, but I'm a Taurus, and Tauruses and Cancers are the most compatible signs in the zodiac. So I'm highly attracted to Cancerian men just because of how my chart is naturally set up. I'm an earth sign, so I'm more compatible with water signs, especially Cancers. So what I like about Cancers is just the fact that I can talk to them about my emotions and I won't feel like they're judging me, because they deal with this stuff themselves, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of Cancerians actually, they know emotions very well. They know bad emotions and they know good emotions. Like I said, they're ruled by the moon, so these emotions will change frequently, constantly throughout the day. So a lot of Cancerians will definitely experience bouts of depression, and also bouts of like happiness or just feeling content. You know, these people know every single emotion. They feel it all. Their senses and their inner workings are very attuned to emotional things. They're a water sign, and that's what water is. So that's one thing to really keep in mind when it comes to a Cancer. So because Cancers are all about security and feeling content, these people are also very hard workers. So these people like to have a stable job. They like to have a very stable income. They like to know what's going to happen. They just like for everything to be secure. I'm gonna keep stressing that word so you can understand the basic archetype of what Cancerians are. They're just very loving and very sweet. They're very funny people. They like to, like I said, they know how to express all different kind of emotions. So these people love to make people feel happy. They like to put a smile on people's face. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, just know that these people are always going to try their hardest to make sure that you feel comfortable emotionally. They're never going to intentionally try to make you mad unless you provoke them to be like that. But for the most part, these people express very harmonious feelings and emotions, and that's the energy that they put out into the world. Another thing about Cancers is that they genuinely care about people. So they don't like to have beef with people, and if they do, they're always just trying to figure out a way to just make the situation as harmonious as possible. They don't like to beef with people, and if they feel like they did something wrong, like it will really hurt them, like and if it don't hurt them, they'll just keep thinking about it, like what did I do, like what did I say, like, you know. So if there's a situation with a Cancer and you're trying to go your separate way from them or something, you just want to really let them know that, you know, like nothing's your fault, like, or anything, you know. Just really express them, because these people are very emotional. They may not show it that they're emotional, but they are, and they think and they overthink about everything. So just make sure that you understand how to communicate with them. Really let these people know how you feel. Like, don't just leave them to really come to conclusions on their own, because they will, and it will destroy their emotional well-being. So you just always want to make sure that you keep an harmonious state with Cancers. So because these people are ruled by their emotions and their water sign, they're very creative and imaginative. Like I've stated, they know how to, these are your poets. These are people that know how to draw. These are people that like to be in nature. These are people that like to just be surrounded by anything that has to deal with the arts. Their house may be beautiful, may be filled with a lot of cool looking things, you know, just things that are just intriguing and things that will make you feel a certain way. Like I said, these people are about their feelings and their emotions, so they definitely like to surround themselves with things that are, you know, nice. So another thing with Cancer is that they're emotionally content when they feel like they're doing everything right. Like if their life is chaotic, like that's when their emotional state would be chaotic. So if you're a Cancer, you're watching this video, just remember that do the things that you think are right. You know, there's no right and wrong in my opinion, but it's all subjective to you and your own spiritual path. You're the type of person, like if you know you're not supposed to be eating a certain thing and you do it anyways, you're gonna start to feel guilt and shame, and that's just everybody. But being a Cancer, you want to pretty much make sure that you're in alignment with what your soul and your spirit truly resonates with, so that you're not just being super chaotic and your emotional well-being is not so scattered. Because like I said, you are a water sign, you are a very emotional person, so you just want to make sure that you're doing things that will at the end of the day make you feel emotionally secure. So if you've noticed, a lot of Cancers have very close relationship with their mothers, and that's because they're ruled by the moon, like I've stated, and the moon is the mothering satellite on planet Earth. So, and the moon nurtures the earth with water. So these people have very close emotional relationships with their mother. Trust me. And if they don't, it kind of is always in the back of their head to try and fix the relationship that they have with their moms. So a lot of Cancerian men live with their moms for a very long period of time until they move out, and that's just where their emotional comfortability comes from, is their mom. You know, having a good relationship with their mom is very important, and they're not gonna date you, men or women. Cancerians are not gonna date you if their mom does not like you. Like before they date someone, before they pick someone, they always have to get their mom's approval, and this varies. Like I've stated in the beginning of the video, not all Cancerians are the same, so this will definitely vary depending on other aspects in your chart. But for the most part, the relationship with their mom is very serious, and they take that very seriously. So don't come for their moms, don't talk about their moms, don't ask them why they gotta be at their mom's every Sunday. Don't ask them stuff like that. It's just a given. When you're dating a Cancer, they're very close with their moms. Like you are not going to be able to take that away from them, and that's something that's very good. You should look at that as a good thing, because what that's going to show you is the type of person you're going to be with when it does come to starting a family. These people, when it comes to having families, they know how to have a family. They know the ins and outs of having a family. That's what the fourth house is. So these people know how to have a family. They know how to build a secure foundation for the people that they love and care about. So yeah, you know, they're very gentle and caring, and they're not gonna choose a partner that they don't feel like will be able to understand them, and they don't like super aggressive partners either. Like they like someone that's kind of like them. So Cancers are very compatible with Tauruses or just other earth signs or other water signs. Now if you're dating someone and they're like, well, I'm dating a Leo, look at their moon sign. Maybe their moon is in Scorpio. So that's what would help the compatibility and the, you know, long lasting of the relationship. Like I said, when you're dealing with someone, don't just look at their zodiac sign, which is their sun sign. You want to look at their moon sign, their Mercury, their Venus. Everything matters. So don't just look at their sun sign and think, oh, so your sun is in Cancer, all right, boom. No, you want to make sure that you know every other you want to make sure that you know where all their other signs are, so that would tell you a lot about who they are. So yeah, these are definitely the type of people that like to be in relationships, but they like to be in relationships that both partners are equal. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't like for one partner to be super domineering than the other one. They like for everything to be even, and for both partners to share equal responsibilities in the household or just a regular relationship. So yeah, these people make very great friends. You can always talk to a Cancer about anything, and these are the people that you pretty much can count on for them not to judge you harshly. Everyone is gonna judge people. That's just ingrained in people, and that's definitely something I personally work actively not to do, is to judge people, and that's very hard for any human being. So just but these people naturally have that in them to not judge people so heavily. Their friends really appreciate their opinions. Their friends really appreciate talking to them because they just make you feel so good. You know, there are just some Cancers that are very passive as well. I'm not gonna sit here and boost up Cancers because they're my favorite sign. There are definitely things about them that's like, not every sign's perfect. So sometimes Cancers can be very passive. They can be very agreeable sometimes. They'll just be like, yeah, yeah, you're so right. And it's like, maybe I'm not. You know, they're just very passive. They like to go with the flow. That's what water does. They go, it's flowy. So sometimes when you're talking to a Cancer, they're not gonna always be like, they don't really like to be disagreeable. So they'll just tell you what you like to hear sometimes, and sometimes that's not okay. Like, you gotta really, if you think something's not right, Cancers, just say it. Like, don't be trying to be super passive and harmonious all the time, because sometimes people don't want that. Sometimes people don't want a yes man in their life. You know, sometimes I know that for me, like, I don't always want someone to agree with me. Like, I really want your constructive criticism or opinion if I freaking ask for it. So don't be super passive. Don't just be going with the flow all the time and be trying to just tell people what you think they want to hear. Just be real and express other kind of emotions with people. Don't just try to be super harmonious all the time, because that'll leave you in a rut, and people would definitely take advantage of you more often than you would hope, just because you're so kind and so nice and you don't like to stir up drama. So people know that they can take advantage of you and they can manipulate you very easily. That's definitely something to watch out for if you're a Cancer. People will like to walk over you. Like, if you work a job with someone and like, say you're new at a job, right, and you're a Cancer, like, they notice that people notice that you're hella nice, so they'll like try and get you to do their job for you, and you'll just be like, okay, all right, just because you don't want to upset them. But no, like, that these people are trying to manipulate you, and that's one thing, Cancers, please be aware of that. Don't let people manipulate you just because they know you're hella nice and you're not gonna say no. Like, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. Don't be one of those Cancers that is just super passive and that likes to go with the flow with everything, because people will definitely take advantage of that. Trust me. And on top of that, like, yeah, these people, like, they'll give you money if you ask for it, and they won't really question it. Like, and definitely some Cancers have to learn this about themselves. They have to learn that they're a little bit too giving of themselves. And that's just something to watch out for. Like, don't be too given. Like I said, people will take advantage of you. So just learn your water sign. And water literally takes the shape of everything. So if you put water in a cup, it'll form the shape of that cup. So water like to form the shape of everything. So that's what the whole thing about being passive is, and going with the flow. Like, no, you're a water sign and you know that you're very fluid and you like to go with the flow. So what you're gonna have to do is personally develop boundaries. Like, really learn how to set up boundaries, like, with people. Like, just be like, no, I can't kick it today. No, I can't be talking to you for that long. No, I'm not finna do this with you. No, I'm not gonna give you that amount of money today. Like, learn how to set up boundaries with people. Like, any water sign, that's for any water sign, Pisces especially. Like, learn how to set up boundaries with people. And that's one thing I have to stress with Cancers. So yeah, these people, like I said, they really love nature. I know a lot of Cancers who are like gardeners, or people that are florists, people that like to work in nature. Yeah, shout out to you guys. You guys are dope. Like, I love that. You guys truly know how to connect with nature. And that's one thing about gardeners too. Like, it just, energy never lies. Like, it's no coincidence that people that are Cancers like to water plants. Like, that's no coincidence. It's who you are, and the sun rules your actions. So the things that you actively do might just turn out you being a gardener, or you like to plant flowers, or just, that's just what you are. You're a water sign, so you like to nurture things practically. You like to water plants or something. Like, that's just energy. That's just how Cancers end up playing out. And so yeah, so also, if you have your eye on a Cancer, just they're not gonna make the first move. Like, they're really not. Like, and it's hard because I'm very attracted to Cancer. It's like almost every Cancer I meet, I have a crush on them, like, automatically. And I just be like, what's your sign? And they'd be like, a Cancer. I'd be like, I knew it. I just knew it, because you're just like, I could just feel it. But if you like them, just make the first move. Like I said, don't come on super harsh though. Like, still give them the room and space to feel like they are still in control. But yeah, that's just one thing about Cancers. That goes for both men and women. They're a feminine sign, and that's one thing about the men Cancers too. Like, they're feminine, but not like in a gay way. It's just they're ruled by the moon, so they play out these natural traits, and I have no complaints with that. I'm a Taurus. I have a lot of masculine energy, so I really appreciate Cancers. Like, you guys are my favorite signs. Like I said, this video is probably going to be the longest zodiac sign video, just because I know so much about your sign. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not leaving anything out. So also, I'm gonna just throw this out. In bed, they're very like go with the flow kind of thing. They're not aggressive. Like I said, these are the type of people that like to cuddle. They like foreplay. Like, they really like to make sure that you guys are one. Like, they don't like the whole just fucking one night stand thing. Like, no. If you're trying to do a one night stand with a Cancer, don't do it. You're wasting your time. They have to be emotionally invested in you first before they will take it to that level. So in bed, you'll notice that they like to do things slow. With Cancers in bed, you probably want to take the lead more, or just initiate, you know, how you want things to go. But definitely they like foreplay. They like to French kiss. They like to look you deep in your eyes. They like all that shit. So yeah, they're definitely not in a rush to have sex with you, and it's just gonna be something that's more emotionally felt, you know. Yeah, they're not about the whole fucking thing. Like, they're not. They want to have sex with you, and they want to be really intimate with you, which is just why I love Cancer so much. But I'm pretty sure this video is like longer than I wanted it to be, but that's because you guys are my favorite sign and I just have so much to say. So yeah, if you like this video, please let me know why in the comment down below. Make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one and other videos. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say, and I will see you in my next one. Mwah. Peace.
Living my life, up and down, things ain't going